What's up, y'all? It's your girl Faith Chase, and welcome back to another epic vlog. Now guys, as always, I want to start this vlog out first by saying thank you for the support. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, share, and most importantly, enjoy the vlog, because you guys know it already. I appreciate you. I love you. You guys mean the world to me. So let's get on with the show. Alright, here's the thing, guys. Now, I haven't had a chance yet to address the whole Mcgregor and Khabib fight yet. As you guys know, I made my prediction. My prediction was completely all wrong, and I'm going to tell you why Mcgregor lost and why my prediction was wrong. And basically boils down to one thing. I actually thought that Mcgregor was going to be hungrier than he was, for starters. I thought this guy, after losing to Mayweather back, you know, in that Mayweather freaking fight, I thought after having a 2-year break, I thought that this guy, after having his beef with Homeboy, that, you know, he was going to come back hungry. I mean, he had to, I don't know if you guys know this, but like he had to pay millions of dollars. He got fined like millions of dollars, like something ridiculous. I don't know the exact figure, but I know it was like in the millions, that he got fined for that whole bus incident and all that kind of stuff, man. So like, he had to pay out some serious dough. So you would think anyways, especially since he feels the way that he does about Khabib and Khabib's camp, and his camp, Khabib's camp feels the way they do about McGregor's camp and all that. Anyways, you thought that, I personally thought the McGregor that, you know, because look, I'm a fan of McGregor, but maybe that kind of, in the back of my head, I kind of did think that there was a good possibility he was going to lose. I mean, look, 2-year break. Anyone who takes a 2-year break from anything is going to struggle, have a little bit of ring rust, you know, getting back into his difference. Even if you're training all the time, it's still different once you're in that freaking ring. You know, it's not the same thing as actually being in the action non-stop. I mean, Khabib, 27-0, like, you know, the dude is serious. He's legit, you know, like, this guy's a monster, and you don't beat that many people without having skills and knowing what you're doing in the ring. But most importantly, it also boils down to hunger factor. I've listened to interviews with Khabib and stuff. It's just, you know, who is hungrier, who has more heart, who has more passion, who wants it the most on the day. That's the kind of stuff that is, it makes a difference, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that McGregor was going to be hungrier. I thought McGregor was going to want it bad. I thought McGregor was going to want to make a statement. And at the end of the day, he didn't have as much heart as freaking Khabib. He didn't put in probably enough training, and he didn't have enough ring time, in-ring time, actually, you know, fighting real fighters, you know, in that momentum. When you're doing it constantly, when you're actually, you know, it's like I said, it's just, training is one thing, but being in the ring, actually fighting, time in, time out, putting it all on the line, and fighting for something, you know. Khabib, when you listen to him talk, it's like he's fighting for honor. He's fighting for you know, all the things that he believes in, and kind of in a little ways, you know, like McGregor, even though I like McGregor, he is a bit of a bully, you know. He is a bit of one of those kind of people. Reminds me of someone in high school, you know. I used to know a kid in high school, and they used to walk around, and on retrospect, if I freaking knew what I knew now, you know what I mean, I would have put that bully in his place. Because let me tell you, like, bullies, there's just no place in the world for bullies. McGregor is a bully, you know. He's an entertainer. I mean, people can kind of say, oh, look, it's the fight game, it's entertaining, but you know, some of the things that he says, some of the things that he does, you know, it's got that bully mentality written all over it, you know what I mean? But you know what happens, like they say, you know, for every bully there's someone waiting to freaking knock them down a peg, and Khabib was the person to do it. And I mean, look, let's face it, I mean, I like McGregor, but the dude is freaking arrogant, he's cocky, he freaking thinks he's the best thing since apple pie. And at the end of the day, I don't care how good you think you are, how good you may be, how good you can be or whatever. At the end of the day, if you don't put in the wrench time, if you don't put in the training, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you do it, it doesn't matter if the other person is out training you and has more heart and more passion and is hungrier than you, he's going to get you in the ring. I mean, Khabib's wrestling game, look at his wrestling game. That dude's a full-on, like, grappler, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was freaking just every opportunity. I mean, look, let's face it. I feel bad saying this because I do like McGregor, but let's be real about it. He was owned the entire fight. And even when I think it was about the third round, he showed a little few glimpses of hope or something like that. He still ended up getting owned. So at the end of the day, I don't see the sense of a rematch. I mean, this is all the talk. McGregor's already called back and said he wants to have a rematch. At the end of the day, dude, you didn't even show any glimmer of hope. If you're going to come back with that same lame freaking game, I don't see you having a chance. I mean, look, this is what McGregor, maybe McGregor, you know, underestimated Khabib, and that's possible. So maybe he didn't train as hard. Maybe he still kept drinking his freaking Irish whiskey that he's come up with, you know, and was partying laid back and thought it would just be a walk in the park because, hey, you know, let's face it, McGregor has an ego. He's a bit freaking, think he's the bomb diggity. And don't get me wrong, I like McGregor, so I think he does have skills. But let's face it, he probably didn't really put in the effort and just thought he could just walk in there and just drop him, you know, nice and easy, and obviously that wasn't the case. So Khabib, on the other hand, you know, the kids obviously kudos to him because he's obviously training super hard and he's hungry and he wants to respect and he wants to freaking kind of fight for love of country kind of feeling, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, that honor, that you know, don't talk about my father, don't talk about my way of life, don't talk about my beliefs or any of these things, you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of thing that makes someone even more passionate, more hungry, and more, you know, just inspired and motivated to freaking get the job done in any given situation. It depends, what's your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is driving you? What's the driving force behind what you're doing? You know? I mean, McGregor, he's made tons of money now. He doesn't even have that as a motivation. It's not like he's starving and he needs the money. He has to provide for his family. I mean, he doesn't, his only thing was really, I mean, when you're fighting without love in your heart, and it's all about hate anyways, no matter what you're doing in life, if you're driven by hate, you will never get the results that you want. You won't get anywhere in life if you're driven by hate. Okay, and so that can be a little lesson for you guys. You apply that to your lives. Hate won't get you the results and won't get you where you want to get to. Be driven by love. Let love be the driving force behind what you're trying to do in life. And at the end of the day, Khabib, love of family, love of himself, love of his culture, his religious beliefs, all these different things that, you know, McGregor and his camp, which heard them attacking those type of things. And obviously, man, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy. By the way, obviously, I'm not even got addressed the part of him jumping over the ring like freaking Tarzan and going all, you know, Hong Kong Phooey crazy on dude out in the, you know, in the audience. Like, that was crazy. That wasn't, I don't condone that. I think that was totally not professional, especially of a champion. He did tarnish his image. You know, he's always kind of had this image of someone who's really composed, kind of like a more of a gentle, humble type of image, and he kind of messed that up. But that being said, you can kind of understand why it happened. I mean, let's look at everything that's happened, the timeline, and see how it got to that point. So you can kind of understand it, even though I don't condone it. I think it was, you know, he needed to just take a few deep breaths and do a few kumbayas, you know, woosahs, you know, the woosahs, all that stuff. So that's the reality has happened though. So everyone makes mistakes in life, and what you do from that is you take the lesson and you move on. All right, so don't be hating on Khabib. You know, I mean, I'm sure his dad already, his dad is letting him know you're gonna get like a smack or something when, you know. But I think ultimately all I want to say is take the lesson, find the blessing, move on. I mean, I'm sure Khabib has done that. McGregor, I don't know. McGregor's probably been humbled a bit, which is good. Maybe if there is a rematch, which I don't even think is going to be really happening, because there's going to be all kinds of sanctions and probably things coming down on Khabib. I just don't know if he's going to be able to be allowed in the country anymore. You know, I don't see this fight really happening. But if it does happen, I think McGregor is humbled now a bit, knocked down a peg. He needed to be knocked down off of his freaking pedestal. And I think he will actually train a lot harder. Maybe he'll have a bit more humility, which is going to help him. Maybe he'll train harder. Maybe he'll have a bit more heart. Maybe he'll be a bit more hungrier to redeem himself this time. Maybe he'll have the attitude that I thought he would have had the first time around. But Khabib, hey, you know, he has now to make up for everything that happened as well. So it would be probably a really interesting contest if McGregor has truly kind of been knocked down to a point of really being humble. I think that would change his attitude, and it could ultimately be a different result. But I don't know. Khabib's a beast. He's got the skills. He's got the grappling. I mean, McGregor might want to wait a couple of years and learn to grapple a bit better on that mat. You know, I mean, get that freaking wrestling skills kind of happening. But and that being said, McGregor's kind of thing was like he's a striker, right? So everyone was thinking, okay, McGregor, you know, he should be able to, you know, do what McGregor does. And from what I saw, Khabib looked like he was standing, you know, head to head with him in that as well. Like Khabib was freaking got a nice one in there too. So I don't know, man. Maybe McGregor's met his match. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that McGregor, if there's a rematch, that it'll be the same result? Do you think he has a chance? Do you think that this fight will even happen? Do you think Khabib will be allowed to fight anymore? And do you think, most importantly, that this undefeated streak, like, do you think Khabib said himself, he said, I am the Mayweather. I like when he said that, was pretty dope. I am the Mayweather of the UFC. Do you think he can make it 50-0? So these are all questions I have. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts. That's where I'm at. I love you guys. Appreciate you. I got other things to do right now, so